Now, back to more of Behind the Scenes at the Hanover Theater. And your host, Lisa Condon.
Thank you all for listening. I have a special treat for us today. I am here with one funny mother, Dena Blizzard, who is coming to the Hanover Theater and Conservatory for the Performing Arts on Saturday, May 11th, 8 p.m. is curtain time. Welcome, Dena.
Hello, this is so exciting. I have to say, I have not been able to say the name of the town right. Everybody's making it. I was calling it Worcester. I was like, you're saying it wrong. It's Worcester. And I was like, I've been practicing now.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I know. Yeah,
but
it was better than Worcester. That's for sure.
You know, here in Massachusetts, we just say it quickly and skip over the R's. You'll be all set.
I was going to say, that's what it is. I'm like, you guys know there's other letters in there. They're like, nope, we don't see them. I was like,
no.
Okay.
It's true. So we're excited to have you. You are definitely one of the funniest people around, and I believe that One Funny Mother was recently named Best One-Woman Show at the 2015 United Solo Festival in New York City.
It was.
And what a great rise to stardom you've had. You're like a sensation, Dena.
Lisa, only you and my mom think that, but that was very kind. I think I'm just a tired mom that wants to get out of my house and get away from my kids. Somehow we were able to turn that into an Off-Broadway show that people want to see. So it's even more of a reason to get away from them. So it's all worked out.
Because, Dena, every mother just wants to get away from their crazy kids once in a while because they make us crazy. And we can laugh at other mothers who are pointing out the obvious things that we think are so funny.
It is. It's true. If I had a dime for every woman that said to me, "You are my spirit animal," I'm like, okay, sure, I can be your spirit animal. So they're like, you're literally saying everything I have always wanted to say. And I was like, yeah. You know, I think that, as I started out as a comedian and just, in between raising my kids, I would go and do stand-up on the weekends and just found that, all the fights I was having with my husband and all the problems I was having or fights I was having with my kids, everybody was having. And you'd see every woman in the audience kind of nudging their husband and just kind of laughing along. They're like, this is totally us. And so you start to see that, these things that you think are so unique. You're like, I'm the only one having this fight with my husband. You're like, everybody's having that fight. Everybody's having that fight with their teenagers. So
that's right. Absolutely. So I have a question for you, and I'm sure everybody asks you this, but I still need to know for myself. How did you go from being a former Miss New Jersey, and there's got to be a lot of material in that experience?
Yeah, there is. I didn't really figure out that I was funny until that year. So I was Miss New Jersey when I was 22, and I went to Miss America. I wish I had done stand-up. I played classical piano. I always wonder how it would have changed if I was a comedian then. But I was just so happy to be there, and I was telling stories. And it was during that year that I found out I was funny, but I was only 22. And I think it took a couple of kids and some just low-life depression to say, like, hey, can't get any worse than this. Let me get on stage and start talking about it, because I literally, like, the pain of getting on stage and bombing was nowhere near the embarrassment that my children would induce in me sometimes. And so I remember I was at the mall one day, and my son was having, like, a full-on breakdown. He was probably 2 or 3. And I literally tried everything. I tried to bribe him. I threatened him. I did everything. And I didn't know what to do, so I just ran away. And I hid from him behind some dishes in the China section. And, like, I knew people could see me, like, on the monitors. And I was like, I know they can see me right now. And I've never been more embarrassed in my whole life. And I remember thinking from behind the dish, I was like, stand-up can't be this hard. Like, this is I can't believe I'm hiding from a child in the mall. And then I had this whole moment to myself. And then by that point, I look, and now my son just looks like he's, like, lost, right, because there's no parent around. So all these parents are stopping, like, honey, are you lost? And I was like, crap, now I can't just, like, get up and, like, pop up from behind the dishes. So I had to crawl through the linen department and, like, come around the corner like I had been looking. I was like, oh, there you are. And the whole thing was so embarrassing.
My God.
But I just realized, I was like, you know what, stand-up can't be this hard. So I did it. And so, those moments where you would be on stage and, I kind of came through the ranks of Philly with lots of male comics. And, they were like, oh, this is so difficult. I'm like, yeah, have you tried to change the diaper of a 2-year-old while a 4-year-old runs around and hits you in the head while your dog escapes out the door and your husband's asking where dinner is? Because that's hard. This is not that difficult. I can't hate them. That's not a big deal. But when you lose kids, people get mad at you for that. So,
well, Dena, things have changed a lot since our mothers had children versus when we've had children, because I have to tell you, my mother used to lose me in the mall all of the time. My brother and I actually talked about that the last time we were together. And I don't know, you might be giving me new insight to what was really going on there, because I was the youngest of 4. I think maybe she just got tired by the time she had
Yeah, and then she was tapping out. She was like, you guys go look around, and then she took off in the opposite direction.
Oh, Dena, we all knew what to do when we couldn't find her anymore. From a very young age, I knew how to find somebody who could then page her on the intercom. I'm not kidding. And she and my dad, when they were moving across country with 4 horses, a couple dogs, and 3 kids, left my youngest brother at a gas station by accident. Yeah.
By accident, in air quotes. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, these are moments. I mean, it's funny is that, how many times moms have said they've lost a kid or, just something horrible has happened. Or I remember my son kept eating things. Like one week he ate glass, another week he ate a book. Like the whole, poison control was like, hey, Dena, what's up? I was like, listen, now he ate a book. Like they knew me by first name. I was like, hey, guys, listen, what if he eats a poinsettia and files it up with a ficus? Is that bad? They're like, ficus is going to hurt. Poinsettia's fine. Like, it was just ridiculous. I was like, this is not normal. These conversations are not normal. And so that's what I did. I mean, I really don't know that I'm the funniest person in the world. I think I'm just really honest about what was happening in my life, what's still happening. And, you find out that when you kind of put your crazy into the universe, you find out that, crazy is kind of normal, but nobody talks about it. And you'll feel much better if you put it into the open and just kind of let people know, like, I'm a complete nut job, but everyone's alive and they're happy. So I think
right.
So it's a great show. I kind of wish that I had the show when I was raising kids. I felt very alone when my kids were younger, and I loved being a stay-at-home mom, and I hated being a stay-at-home mom. It was just really difficult. And so the show is all about just kind of putting yourself out there, finding your mom tribe, finding those women in your life that are going to support you during this time, and understanding how much your relationship changes with your husband. It's just a different time, and trying to find the funny in the things that really aren't that funny sometimes. And so, as a comedian, my first goal was always to kind of make a joke. But the more we do the show, Lisa, it's just amazing how many people will say, like, thank you so much. Like, I really was in a bad place, and I really needed to hear this, that it's normal, and I'm not going crazy. And so it's just, I think it's about time that this show was written. It's amazing to me that it's 2019 and, we're just now, hearing these great stories about motherhood and how important it is to kind of band together.
Well, I am ready to laugh the night away when you come, and you have One Funny Mother here at the Hanover Theater. Again, that's Saturday, May 11th. The curtain goes up at 8 p.m. The show is going to be about an hour and 20 minutes, and I do have a note here that it's suitable for, quote, air quotes, mature audiences. Ages 18 plus due to, quote, adult themes, language, and alcohol use.
Yeah. That's a quote, maybe not so mature. I don't know. Because a lot of my girlfriends, when I first wrote the show, they all brought their moms, and they were like, I was a little nervous because you do say some curse words. And then after the show, I would see their moms. I was like, hey, did you like the show? Honey, I loved it. And then my girlfriend was like, well, I wasn't sure because Dena was cursing. And she looked at her. She was like, what? She didn't curse at all.
That's hysterical.
And it was so, she goes, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear any of it. I just heard genius. She's so funny. I was like, I really think that, you don't even hear some of the language here or there. And it really, I mean, if used in context, it's really not inappropriate, I think. So
I think it's going to be hysterical. And you know what? You've also priced this so reasonably. Tickets are only $30, and we do have discounts for members in groups of 10 or more. And this would be so perfect for a group of our mom tribe to go and have a great time. Or if you want to, remind that special person in your life just how crazy they are as well as you, then that would be great too. And like I said, tickets are available on our website, which is the Hanover Theater, spelled with an RE.org. Anything else you want to make sure our listeners hear before we have to take a break?
Yeah, no, I hope they get a chance. Come out, grab your husband. You know, we always say if you are a mom, you have a mom, or you're married to a mom, you need to see this show. I think all of it is so relatable.
Absolutely. It has been such a pleasure talking to you, and I cannot, like I said, wait to laugh the night away with you and my own mom tribe. And again, yes, that's Saturday, May 11th. So, Dena, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And if our listeners want to get a really good taste for just how funny you are, everybody, you do need to understand that Dena Blizzard is a viral video sensation, and you may be familiar with the back-to-school rant that has really made her famous. Go and YouTube that, right?
Right. I was going to say, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and search One Funny Mother, you'll find a trove of ridiculous videos that you will enjoy.
And they're hysterical. They really are. So, Dena, thank you again. Everybody else, stay tuned. We'll be back after this quick break on Behind the Scenes with the Hanover Theater here on WCRN AM 830.